when it really came to light was while Zac and I were turkey hunting. He would say, "There's one," and I didn't hear it at all.
You know, we all hunt turkeys because we love to hear them gobble. To know that he's not hearing what I'm hearing was frustrating.
A big part of turkey hunting is hearing that gobble, pinpoint it, knowing where you're headed to try to cut him off, and making that decision as to how far do I need to go. If you didn't hear the gobble, you have no idea how far you're going, where you're stopping. You just don't feel as connected with the hunt.
He used some other devices in the past. I can always remember him complaining about, they were uncomfortable. Everything was amplified.
Probably the first big time was we was hunting on the river, hunting game land. And when we heard a far off gobble, it was very distant. I immediately pointed in the direction of where that bird was and where that gobble had come from, and had the direction right. And I heard that bird, and I would have never heard that bird before. And I knew at that point in time that the TETRA AmpPods was something that was going to really work for me.
When I looked back and I saw it in his eyes that he knew I heard it, I knew he heard it, and then we both pointed in the right direction, or the same direction where we thought the sound was coming from. That was when it kind of clicked for me that these devices are really making a difference for him and making an impact on what he hears and how he hunts.
I can definitely tell the direction of where the gobble comes from and know which direction to head, and I can tell distance much better than I ever could before, because before, without the AmpPods, I mean, quite honestly, the gobble had to be pretty close for me to be able to hear it.
On a typical day, it's probably hearing, less than 50%, maybe 40, 35% of the birds that I was hearing, or the gobbles that I was hearing. I've really been surprised that, he's actually heard some that I haven't heard now.
And in the past, Zac would say, they're spitting and drumming, and I would not be able to hear it, but I have heard that since I began using the TETRA AmpPods.
They're comfortable. They fit in the ear easy, and a lot of times he actually forgets that he's got them in there.
One of the most enjoyable parts of the hunt is just being in the outdoors and hearing the world wake up in God's creation. The AmpPods make that very enjoyable, and it's natural. Allows me to hear a gobble at a distance, but it doesn't make the songbird in the tree above me obnoxious, so I can't enjoy sitting there.
One way it's made a big difference for us is scouting. We can, be at two places at the same time now.
When you're sitting around a tree, one can see a bird when the other can't. The dominant gobbler in the rear, we can just hear so much better and communicate so much better when I have the AmpPods in.
One of the best complete days of hunting we've ever had this year in Ohio. That first bird that we got on that you killed, we decided that probably best if I just back up and call a little bit. I kind of left you by an oak tree, and the next time I saw you, you had a bird over your shoulder.
As you backed up and continued to call, the bird just came right up through the hollow. I could hear him walking through the woods. When I threw the bird over my shoulder and was coming up towards you, I looked up and you were videoing me walking up through the woods with the turkey over my shoulder. That's pretty funny.
Yeah. And then of course there's just so many more experiences like that since he's been using these devices, the AmpPods. I can remember last year he heard a bird that I didn't hear, and he heard it multiple times. I finally heard it. It was pretty neat.
I couldn't be more satisfied with the TETRA AmpPods. They've brought an aspect back to hunting that I had lost and may not have ever regained, which has enhanced my enjoyment and also the satisfaction and my success.
I have 100% no hesitation at all recommending the TETRA AmpPods to anybody who has experienced hearing loss. The difference that it's made in my dad's experience turkey hunting is night and day.
I definitely would recommend this product to anyone who has lost a portion of their hearing, who has lost the ability to enjoy the hunt the way they did when they were younger.
And knowing that he's got that edge back, where he can hear the turkeys and hear all the things that I'm hearing and seeing. It makes his hunt so much more enjoyable, and it makes it enjoyable for me too.
Did you get that on camera?
No, I really hope not. If we do, we delete it. Paul, that's up to you. Yes, no folks say that name, but it's okay.
Pretty sunset.
So tell me about that time that you tried out my mouth talk before you gave them to me.
I don't remember that.
No,
I
you
don't
don't
remember
remember that.
that.
No.